Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we've got blood and guts. We're going to talk about blood and guts from AEW last night. And also, we've got a bunch of news for the week. It's all stuff that you want us to talk about, so who are we to argue with the Friendos? Larson, we're going to talk about what they want us to talk about, including, I guess we could just hop right into it, man.
Let's get after it.
Chris Jericho already running down AEW. Oh, boy, if you're not getting that paycheck, I guess loyalty doesn't mean anything
Well,
anymore.
I think he's technically, the reporting is, signed through the end of the year, so he's still getting that paycheck. That being said, massive case of senioritis here for Jericho. 1 foot out the door already.
Yep.
Taking every opportunity he can to run down AEW, even praising TNA. That's what we had to say. I believe it was on Busted Open, right?
Yeah. He's talking to Bully about all this stuff. My guy, Bully Ray.
Your dude. So Jericho was talking about Bound for Glory, was asked about Bound for Glory. So we had to say, quote, it's the transcript headed from, looks like Wrestling Observer.
Yes, correct.
That's what Jericho said. I don't think I've watched an Impact, a TNA match in ages, if not this decade at all. I was so impressed. He continues, well, first of all, you guys had a match, talking about the Dudleys. I didn't even. It wasn't even the match. It was the beginning part before you guys even locked up. It was the end part after it happened. Like that, I'm getting little goosebumps. That's pro wrestling in its ultimate form. That's all that matters, is that emotion and that reaction. That was one thing, too. That fucking crowd looked huge. It looked huge. It was like a WWE level crowd. The place was packed. I was watching this and not saying anything out of school here, but comparing it to watching Dynamite when they were at the ECW arena, which looked like, what the heck? A Tony Condello taping. What is that a reference to?
I meant to look that up. Go ahead and keep on with the thing.
All right. So he says, it looked like a Tony Condello taping. Sorry, it did. TNA looked like the second biggest company in the world, and that was amazing. And the presentation was amazing.
Okay,
running
so
down Dynamite to pump up TNA.
So Tony Condello was, let's see, a promoter in Manitoba, Canada.
I figured it was something involving Canada. Yeah.
International Wrestling Alliance. Am I to assume that like his shows were kind of on the smaller side? Is it? I mean, if you take the last two syllables out of his name, you get Tony Khan. So maybe there was a joke there. I don't know. I really don't. Oh,
well,
here we go. So okay. So for 30 years, Tony Condello had promoted an annual quote unquote death tour of Inuit communities in northern Manitoba. The tour is well known for its rough conditions. Wrestlers are required to pack at least one bag of food to last them the entire tour. There are also no hotel accommodations, with wrestlers having to either sleep in cars or on the side of the road or at venues they perform.
Wow.
So maybe there's just maybe that's the reference.
Well, I mean, also Jericho, he's from Manitoba.
Right. Yeah.
So, he probably either
has
attended
personal knowledge of that.
Yeah. Or wrestled for.
Yeah.
Tony Condello here. Anyways.
Yes,
he's running down.
We learned something new today. Tony Condello.
So in this one quote, Jericho compares AEW to Tony Condello's promotion in Manitoba, Canada, referring to Dynamite's crowd, specifically ECW, as tiny, and saying that TNA, at least if you just based on Bound for Glory, looks like number 2 promotion in the world.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, TNA at this point, a WWE adjacent promotion, a WWE friendly promotion.
Yes.
I mean, look, on one hand, he is on, he's talking to Bully about Bully's last match, or the Dudley's last match. Mm-hmm. And so, when you're with your friend, you want to hype up your friend a little bit. Jericho is also very savvy when it comes to signaling intentions, maybe, drumming up some controversy. He knows that if you say, oh, AEW, they're third rate. Now TNA, they're the second promotion. He's going to get people to tune in to his podcast and dissect everything he says and put him on a thumbnail. Shit. We did
you
it.
fell for it. We fell for it.
I haven't even made the thumbnail, but I know he's going to be on the thumbnail.
What a couple of suckers we are.
Jesus. Well, this is the Tony Condella of wrestling podcast, Larson.
Apparently. I mean, it's one thing, like if he just went on Bully Ray's show and I was like, oh, great match, goosebumps. I got goosebumps here thinking about it.
Boring.
That's one thing.
It's not going to get anybody talking.
No, not really. But, and it could have been one thing. Oh, the crowd at Bound for Glory looked great. Really elevated TNA. It made them look like they could compete. There's ways of phrasing it that doesn't have to talk shit about the company that's currently paying him,
Yeah.
Instead, he chose to use a phrasing that talks shit about the company that's paying him.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably headed to WWE. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would bet a modest sum.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone. He's basically he's as good as gone. The paychecks might still be coming in. I don't know what his pay structure is like.
Oh, he's making a lot.
But no, I'm saying the structure of the pay. Like what remaining balance he has left coming in from AEW.
He's getting paid monthly. I guess he's got December, and that's that.
I guess I don't know. I don't know how it works. But in any event, this guy is probably going to be, especially for the. If he's smart, he won't actually sign with WWE. He'll take an appearance deal for the Saudi Rumble, and then he'll sign with the WWE because their pay structure there is that Saudi gig ain't no different than if you're working a house show. So here's what you do. What's his real name again? I forget. What's his
Chris Irvine.
Chris Irvine. All right, Mr. Irvine. Here's what you do. This is what your agent Steve is going to tell you to do. You just play hardball. Say, I might still want to work with AEW, but hey, you know what? For the Saudis, go ahead and kick me a huge deal there, and then just flip that to,
all the WWE has to do to sap some of Jericho's leverage is pull up this quote. Oh, that's
right?
Really how you feel.
You don't want to butter him up in advance. You don't want to butter him up. Be like,
dude, the deal's done. It's done.
You know what? WWE's lacking.
Already.
You know what WWE's lacking? A list of Jericho.
I can't officially be done, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a done deal at this point.
Yeah, he's going to go back. So yeah, but you know what, man? That's the business for you right there.
Yep.
I wonder. Yep. Yeah, I wonder if he. Yeah, apparently he's also dropped Apparently he was trying to get the trademark to the Jericho Vortex. And apparently he's dropped that as well because that was going to be an AEW thing. I wonder if he has any hard feelings about how anything was handled in AEW. You would think Tony Khan gave like a ton of leeway and leverage and creative control.
Yeah,
freedom.
I mean, it seemed like the relationship between him and Tony Khan was always good.
Yeah, seemed like it.
It seemed like he had Tony's ear and he had a lot of leeway, as you mentioned, do what he wanted to creatively. Now, in terms of how the fan base started to react to him, that's a different story.
Yeah.
And even you take that aspect of it out of account, he's accomplished basically everything he can in AEW. He went there to legitimize AEW as a company that could potentially contend in the larger pro wrestling market nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
He helped them accomplish that.
Yeah.
He's won championships. He's been involved in major stories. He's helped put people over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that's true.
I don't. They've used him twice to try to get a Ring of Honor TV deal. It hasn't worked either time.
At a certain point, bro.
He's kind of done it all.
When you've done everything, it's best just to move on. You got to go somewhere else. I'm not hating on him going to WWE. He'll fit right in with all those old people in the main event scene. This one, by the way, that several people offered that up, but Die Hard Homer was the one who offered that up with the most succinct way of putting that. Jericho saying Bound for Glory made TNA look like the second biggest promotion. You have a much better chance of getting named here on the show if you do this the most succinct way. You could put like a long ass paragraph into ChatGPT and say, "Hey, boil this down to one sentence that Steven Larson will read," and it'll do that for you. Dave Matuszek has another one he wants to talk about. CMLL doing an Arena Mexico show in collaboration with Linkin Park. So the breakdown here is from Post Wrestling, their website. But this came from a tweet that said exactly that. Titled Noche from Zero. The event will be presented by Linkin Park with an exclusive line of band merchandise on sale at the show. The announcement adds a last-minute twist to the usual Friday evening presentation in Arena, Mexico. The full bout order for the show was confirmed earlier this week. As part of the lineup, TJP and Templario will defend their New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships against Angel de Oro and Niebla Roja. The card will be headlined by tag action with Atlantis Jr. and Neon facing Volador Jr. and Hechicero. The full show will be streamed for paid subscribers on the CMLL YouTube channel. And Post adds, this is the first time recently CMLL has teamed with non-wrestling related brand to present a card. In September, the promotion teamed up with Nintendo to present a special Pokemon theme show. I remember when that happened. That probably got them a lot of money, you would think. I don't know what the arrangement, I don't know what the pay structure is there, Larson, but
I don't either. But
doing a deal with Nintendo is a big, like an official deal, not like the AAA when they just used to do, some dude roll out there as a Pikachu if they wanted to. Nintendo wouldn't know shit about it. I don't think that happened, but I know they did that shit with Marvel. That was no, they had the official Marvel deal.
Yeah, the Marvel thing.
They had like dudes coming out as Batman though.
Yeah. That was Superfly, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
I can't necessarily say I'm a Linkin Park fan, but any sort of crossovers type stuff, interesting crossover type stuff with wrestling and other entertainment entities or whatnot, properties, whatever you want to describe it.
Yeah.
I think is interesting, and it provides some interesting crossover opportunities in terms of just weird mashups you normally wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
For example, like the Marvel stuff in AAA was always really fun to see how they would interpret the characters.
And the stories, they were really cool. Yeah. It was pretty neat. The art for the poster is pretty awesome. I think I put the oh no, here I'll put in the link so in case you want to click on it there. I just put the actual link from Twitter. And it's got like some really cool artwork here. It's like features the band, but in luchador masks.
Oh, that's cool.
So I appreciate, I'm not a Linkin Park guy either, but I do appreciate that they were able to move on from the really tragic death of their lead singer. That was a bummer when Chester passed. And I say bummer. That was a tragedy. It really was. So young. And they were able to move on with a new lead singer, and I think that's great. I've come across some of their newer stuff on like 94.7 here in town. And I mean, it sounds like they haven't missed a step. And I think that's awesome. And to maintain relevance this long after their initial relevance, I think is great as well.
Same. Yeah, it's great.
The question, of course, Larson, if you were to have full reign over picking a band and a promotion to fuse together.
Why limit it to one
like
band
this?
and we can expand it to an entire scene? I want Grunge Night at Action Coast Wrestling. Bring in Stephen Flo.
Our dude at Action Coast, he listens to this. She actually does listen to Going in Raw because I get texts from him all the time.
Yeah. What's up, AD?
What's up, AD? He'll make this happen. I don't know what Stephen Flo's fucking payout is, but maybe we can talk to him and we can figure something out. It'll probably be more expensive for the flight to come in. And I don't know if I want to put Stephen Flo at risk because you can't fly these days.
No.
So unless he's a Bay Area guy, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, either Bay Area or Northern Nevada.
Yeah, but Grunge Night at Action Coast Wrestling. God dang it, what a great idea.
That'd be fun.
That's fantastic.
Everybody picks a grunge song to be their theme.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wears flannel and docks. And, pick out a comic book shirt to wear. Everybody just looks like Raven, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
pretty
you.
much Raven. Yeah.
At that point, everybody be Raven. I think that's really good. I think that's good, man.
What, do you have an idea? Anything better than that?
I mean, nothing better than that. But I don't know, like, an old school, like, honestly, dude, I'll be, one of the best bands for presentation, and I'm personally a fan of a lot of their music, regardless of the iteration, if it's Danzig era or post Danzig era. I'm talking about the Misfits. Give me Misfits Night at Action Coast Wrestling.
Another good option would be New Metal Night.
I mean, that's an option.
Yeah.
That is an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, fucking the Misfits, man. Goddamn.
Yeah, presentation, top notch.
Presentation's top notch there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about our conversation the other day. This is such a fucking tangent. I'm sorry. I was thinking about our conversation the other day, how, you had said, sonically, some grunge bands are so disparate from other grunge bands, so different that, it sort of plays into the idea that grunge is more of a scene than an actual sound.
Or a genre.
And I was thinking the same thing, like when you actually listen to the Misfits, when you listen to Danzig, that guy's basically a crooner.
Yeah.
like I would love to hear, I have no idea if he ever did this or not, but listening to Danzig actually do old school crooner songs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Michael Bublé fronting a punk band.
Or that. But like those songs that the Misfits did back then, Little Angel Park, like that's very like kind of old. It's like Big Bopper, Danzig's more in line with a Big Bopper than like, fucking Minor Threat or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to hear that guy do some crooning, especially now that he's old.
Yeah.
And he has cats.
Yeah. We know that because we've seen pictures of him buying cat litter.
Yeah, exactly. He's crossing the street, minding his business, and then these paparazzi or just people on the street got to snap pictures of him.
I know. And now whatever mystique Danzig had, gone.
Well, that old video of him like in his grotto or wherever he is with like he's pointing out all of his books about the occult, and he's just clearly like cheesing it up. Kind of killed the aura for me.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I just saw the picture with.
I'll send the video to you. It's fucking hilarious.
Giant
it's hilarious.
Of cat litter.
Yeah. Anyways.
Next one is here from is this Jose Ramos?
There's two S's.
There's two S's.
So I don't know.
Says WWE cease and desist to West Side Gun and kicking him out of a Raw taping.
So this is wild. He wrote a novel on Twitter. He really took advantage of that whole blue checkmark deal because he wrote a long thing, but it's really sad. Apparently,
it is a bummer.
He went to a Monday Night Raw recently, and so this post is from, golly, where's the freaking date on this thing? Here it is, November 8th. So, I mean, this has been this past Monday Night Raw, I guess. Right, or the one before that. Where he said, this is a really big thing. But apparently he's being served with a cease and desist for his catalog. Like apparently, I guess he uses samples.
He's used samples, I think, on a lot of his.
He says apparently a lot of his stuff because he's so into WWE. And then it says Monday Night Raw starts at 8 p.m. I was kicked out by 8:03 after spending $5,000 on it for a seat plus travel, hotel, etc. He says, on my soul, I've only been respectful. I tried having conversations with one individual because he's causing all these unnecessary cases. And to be honest, he hates seeing a young, black, successful entrepreneur that could afford those seats and have to watch those chains dance across that screen. He says, in my own city for absolutely nothing. He says, the kid in my heart broke that day. So, yeah, he has his own wrestling promotion, Fourth Rope. 4TH Rope.
Yeah.
He says, we love this shit. It's not about the money. We're going to keep pushing culture.
He was at Dynamite last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sitting in the front row there. If you watch either AEW or WWE over the last few years consistently, you will see him pretty regularly sitting ringside.
Yeah.
And if for years there's been understanding between himself and WWE regarding the samples for his music, and then suddenly WWE's like, no, we're going to make you take all those samples off your records.
Yeah. He says, I've watched that same company sit countless of people next to me who's not even fans for real and act like I didn't exist. Fucking TKO, man.
Yep.
You take one piece of shit out of the company and you replace it with another piece of shit. Take Vince out, you replace it with TKO.
Yep. Yep.
Sucks, man. Sucks.
It does suck. It really does.
Muted Mayday here wants us to talk about Roman Reigns and CM Punk playing Zebra Buddy Cops in Zootopia 2.
I guess the real question is, with this opportunity to see Roman and Phil playing buddy cops in this particular animated film, is that can be enough to get you to watch it, to hear their chemistry, their back and forth.
So I watched the first one because Bama was, much littler back when that came out, and she was in it. It was a cool. I actually kind of, I'm not into a lot of the stuff that when she was little, she would watch. I couldn't get into a lot of it, but Zootopia is one of those where I actually sat down and I was like, yeah, this actually isn't terrible. So I don't think she would be into that now though. She's, grown up now, not grown up, but she's older. She's into better stuff. I'll check out the clip. I'm sure there'll be a clip. I'm not going to sit down and watch the entire thing though. Unless she wants to. If she wants to, then I'll go with her.
What if they're in the movie a lot, but like in a lot of different scenes?
Here's the thing. Like, I would love to see them play buddy cops in real life. I would fucking get popcorn for that shit. I would go to the actual theaters for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. They honestly, like, the WWE studios, they should bring that shit back. Like, do more of that stuff.
They do a sequel of that one movie that had Rusev pull a gun on Dolph.
I mean, dude, seriously. Like,
That's
they
great
really
stuff.
like action comedies, small budgeted, $20 million, action comedy out of WWE studios. Give me a pairing that you'd like to see. I mean, dude, honestly, like an Ocean's 11 type thing with the dudes in that fucking room at the WrestleMania, thing. Yeah. Why not?
Let me try to think of a good pairing. Oh. Damian Priest and Aleister Black as a couple of party buddies.
Oh my God, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. But like they're getting up there in age,
Exactly.
And like Selena's
And
at home, and
Damian
she's like, we got a PTA meeting to go to. We got a parent teacher conference to go to.
I have a party to go to.
It's goth night.
And it's like
She's like, it's Wednesday.
Alistair's kind of like, he's having the kind of I'm gonna call it midlife crisis, but you get to the point in your life like, can I put my body through this endless partying anymore? Damian Priest is like, Alistair, I got a hot tub.
Yeah, no, he's like, hey, Alistair, I told you not to settle down. And he's like, my wife is right here. Why would you say that? And she gets mad at Priest. Yeah. But then it's like that kind of like hot-headed mad, but she's like, are you going to have dinner with us or not? Of course. I hear you making meatloaf tonight.
Yes. I can't say no to meatloaf.
And then, hey, we gotta get in there early. $20.
The
Covers only 10 before 8.
He's just sitting there impatient.
Yeah, he's got like the mesh top on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made some pastries. I can't. I shouldn't. I can't.
Gotta keep my body.
Yeah. Gonna burn some calories on the dance floor tonight.
Yes. Slowly we're making him sound like more like Vampire and less like Damian Priest.
Some days I go like, who is it? Hey, boo-boo. Who is that? Yogi Bear?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, I love that. I think it's a great idea. That's a great idea. Whenever when they had that cop style video of Dom and Rhea invading Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that was good.
I want an entire feature of that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That's what I want. I think that'd be terrific.
That'd be fun. Ronan the Analyst here says El Paso having an Eddie Guerrero Day on November 18th.
I don't know anything about this, but I think that's great.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, look, some of these, I don't know what you guys expect from some of these. Some of these just like, what do you expect us to say? Oh, that's stupid. No, come on. This is great. There's no other answer. That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I have nothing to add.
Maybe it's less a situation of they want an opinion one way or the other, or, hey, in case you weren't aware, this is happening.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go to El Paso.
Hey, no.
What is it, November 18th? That's 5 days from now? Yeah, maybe I'll petition my little town to have an Eddie Guerrero Day on that same day. Hey, El Paso's doing it. You don't want them to show us up.
Eddie, I believe, is from that area. That's why.
So I love Eddie Guerrero. Maybe my town can have that.
Is there a wrestler from your town?
I mean, if you don't consider it Sacramento, I'm in Orangevale. I don't think.
What about Maxine Dupree?
Yeah,
She's from. I think that they billed her from Sacramento. Wikipedia, I think that says she's from Loomis.
yeah. I mean, that's going to be a while. Like if she wins the Intercontinental Championship, maybe. Wait, she's from Loomis?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same. She
No,
ain't
I
from
know.
Sac. That's not Sac.
I mean, it's the greater metropolitan area.
Yeah, you're stretching it though a little bit. You know, from Loomis.
It's just out past Rockland.
I get it. I know where it is. Just saying, like, it's not in Sacramento County even.
Yeah, I know. Neither is Roseville for that matter, but Roseville's
Right.
considered part of Sacramento.
Yeah, but
Rockland
let's see
too.
here. I understand the geography of the area, but Loomis is like that's
Just a little bit further out.
JMC here. JMC here says Brody King earned the respect of Bandito and Darby Allin by drinking his own urination, his own pee-pee.
I don't know. If you drank your own pee, I think I'd have less respect for you, but that's just me.
Let me just say this. This is one of those where I feel like, yeah, I can understand why people would want our opinion on it. This is not as cut and dry as, oh, wow, that's great. This is different.
Yeah.
This is apparently they were like on a road trip, and he keeps, so that he doesn't have to pull over at a rest stop. Which, dude, I pulled over so many times on our way to LA and back the other weekend because I just can't. I got to stretch. That's my thing mainly. It's like everything starts hurting if I'm in the car more than 10 minutes.
No, I don't want to stop at all.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I can't. I just do.
Breaks if I can.
I don't care. Like what am I? I'm in a rush. What am I going to do when I get home? Just appreciate being home.
Yeah, you're home faster.
Yeah, but like I'd rather not be in pain for those 6 hours. So, but he, evidently feels the way you do. He wants to make the town. So he's got a bottle.
Well, I won't resort to ingesting my own urination to save time.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, if I have to go to the bathroom, if I have to stop to use the restroom, if I absolutely have to, I will.
I see the 2 words rest area. I'm like, let's check out this one. When's the next? 36 miles? Let's go. Let's do it.
Sure. Do them all. Do the rest stop tour of Central
It's
California.
funny though, because like when we were on our way home, we stopped for a place to eat real quick. And I don't even like eating on the road. I'll go in parking lot. I'm not going to go in the restaurant, but I'll go to the parking lot.
Oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, I don't eat inside there either.
And we'll
in fact, I'll order the food, and I'm like, all right, back on the freeway we go.
No, I can't, dude. I can't. I don't do that shit anymore. I'm like, I hate that especially because like Lacey likes Jack in the Box, so we'll do Jack because she's sick of McDonald's. And so we were sitting there eating our Jack in the Box in the parking lot, and then we go and I look at the thing. I'm like, okay, so we got 5.5 hours or whatever it is, and we stop at a rest area after about an hour.
This is on your way home, right?
Yeah, on our way home.
All right.
Stop at a rest area, and I'm in and out in like 3 minutes flat. Like stop, go, take a pee, and I get my little stretch in. I'm back on the road in 3 minutes. Why did it then say I'm 20 more minutes out?
Traffic conditions change.
By 20 minutes?
Yeah.
But then by the time we got home, like that 20 minutes was erased. In that moment, it was like,
Depends.
oh, you did a rest area, 20 minutes.
If 2.5 hours up the road, there is an accident or a stalled
Yeah, but you
car.
know that's not true, though, because remember that time you and I were coming home? And like there was like a 2-hour delay in the grapevine, and yet it like didn't tell us that. It was like, oh, yeah, no, you'll be fine. An extra 15, next
It
10
did at
minutes.
a certain point. Once we were already stuck in that.
No, it just
4-hour
keeps
delay.
on delaying. It just keeps on adding a little bit more time here, a little bit more time there. And it's like, okay, this isn't true. Can't trust anything.
I'll tell you.
Can't
Anyway,
trust
so did Brody earn Bandito and Darby's respect because he wouldn't stop? He would take such measures to not stop?
And it's only one of these guys, and guess
Darby.
who it was?
It's Darby.
Because he just joked about he peed in the bottle, and then he took like a little taste of it. And Darby thought, oh, yeah. Darby said something like, oh, this is my guy. Darby's cool and everything, but like, I'm not going to be a Darby guy. He's not going to ever look at Steve and be like, this is my guy.
No.
Because I don't like put hot sauce in my butthole.
You
I
don't
don't
drink
drink
pee.
my own pee. He would take one look at me and be, this guy is lame as fuck.
Yeah.
This old
He'd
man.
probably call you dad.
Bro, at this point, he called me grandpa.
Yeah, grandpa. Old-timer.
Yeah, old timer. Even Old Timer has kind of like a cool. No, he'd be like, "Hey, Grandpa, why don't you drink your pee?" I'm like, bro, I don't. That's not something that I do. Normal people don't do that. I know you like Gigi Allen, but honestly, that kind of stuff is crap.
Yeah,
like
it is.
literal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't throw your poo at people, man. It's just not cool.
Absolutely not. No,
it's just
you don't
not
do
fucking
that.
cool. I'm sorry.
It's not cool.
Like we grew up in the '90s, right? We're supposed to have thicker skin, but that's
No, the lines have to be drawn.
lines have to be drawn.
And when it comes to flinging poop, yeah, that's definitely crossing the line.
So, we've got this thing called the Friendo Club. Click join right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson.
May I, Steve? If you enjoyed the conversation we just had about road stops, poop flinging, drinking urination, these are the type of conversations and more that you could get on our bonus episodes if you sign up for the Friendo Club setup.
The great thing about the Friendo Club, and I know when we started, doing the Patreon back in 2016, 2017.
Yeah, 2016.
The thing that we actually talked about is to join Friendo Club, you don't have to drink your own pee.
No.
You don't have to shove hot sauce in your butthole.
No.
You don't have to get tossed off a long distance, go through a flaming table. You don't have to do any of that stuff to join the Friendo Club.
No.
You do got to pony up $5 a month, that's it. That's all you got to do. And you could do that one of two ways. We offer a variety of ways to do it. Click join right here, youtube.com/Steven Larson, or you go to patreon.com/Steven Larson. Click on the Friendo Club setup there. We have actually a variety of reward tiers over there that you can click on. But the one to get the bonus episodes, participate in the November Predictions Challenge, or have access to our question threads. That's it. That's all you got to do. No drinking of urination. And by the way, Larson and I have talked about this. We are not planning on adding that as a stipulation to joining the Friendo Club anytime in the near future. Definitely not in 2025.
No, ever. I feel pretty confident in saying that. For one, I can't speak for you.
Right. True.
I have no desire to ever drink my own pee.
I'm just saying,
or anybody, for that matter.
definitely through the rest of the year, we will not make that a requirement.
Yeah.
I can't speak for 2026.
Well, I feel pretty sure that won't be a requirement at any juncture.
I don't want to make any promises I can't keep.
But
right
that.
now,
but
right now,
I for one am going to advocate for that.
Right now, everybody who signs up for the rest of the year will not be required to drink their own pee. Sign up now because you never know what can happen in 2026.
You're trying to make this like a bargaining thing, huh? Really?
I just realized in real time that that's a good bargaining thing.
I don't know.
Great deal. It's a great, listen, Larson, isn't that a great deal though? Like sign up now or for the rest of the year. Don't have to ever drink your own pee to sign up. Those who sign up in 2026, they might have to do that. I can't tell the future.
What is wrong with you?
Do you want me to start on that? Like, that's a really long conversation.
It is a longer conversation.
That might be a bonus episode.
All right, what's wrong with Steve? There you go.
We could do both of us. What's wrong with Steve and what's wrong with Larson? Because I'm not the only one who's got some fucked up things about them around here. Blood and guts.
Anyway, let's talk blood and guts.
Damn,
sure.
Blood and guts.
This show's already gone off the rails enough.
Well, that's why we're going to talk. That's why our special blood and guts episode, blood, guts, and pee-pee episode.
I guess so. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours of Dynamite. It was 3 matches, a minimum of talking. In fact, I thought the weakest segment of the whole show was the longest talkie bit, the FTR and Steamboat one. I got to be honest. Granted, I don't watch Collision, so maybe they're doing cooler stuff on Collision, although I kind of feel like they're just doing kind of the same thing.
I can confirm they do a lot of really cool stuff on Collision, as the
FTR
Collision
does?
Cowboy. Oh, FTR? No. I'm sorry. I thought you meant just in general.
No. Speaking specifically about FTR and how this heel run of theirs has been kind of tepid.
It's just a lot of talking.
I know. Like,
Yeah,
I like
not...
Stokely a lot. Stokely's great.
Yeah, Stokely's funny. He drops good one-liners, but it kind of doesn't save the entirety of them just going, "Oh, you're old." It's kind of the extent of it.
Yeah, I know. And so to have 8 minutes of that, trying to pick a fight with someone who was 72 years old in Steamboat,
Yeah.
All right, this is just cheap heat. I get it. I get what they're doing. I've seen it before. I've seen it a lot, especially from FTR. Can they do something different, please?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's just sort of their thing now. That's what they do now. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot for me. But, that was the one thing about the show that was that's like the one bad thing out of a really good show.
Yeah, otherwise.
So we're starting off on that. Look,
yeah.
Blood and Guts is fucking awesome.
Yeah, both the Blood and Guts matches I thought were really good. I thought the women's one was more consistently entertaining, whereas the men's one started off pretty slow. Didn't really pick up till Mark Briscoe came in, I thought.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Once Briscoe came in, it was awesome. Especially the finish of that was great.
Bro, Mox might be my most improved wrestler of the year.
That's interesting. You're saying that about someone who's a world champion many times over.
I know, but for me personally, this iteration of Moxley is probably the most entertained I've been by the work of Jonathan Good in his wrestling career. The way he sold that finishing bit, he's back in the ankle lock. I thought it was a really great final sequence too. When Kyle O'Reilly has him ready to go. And I love that they've told this as a long-term story, since he lost to Darby and he didn't want to do the submission stuff. And then he gets into it with Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And then it plays out at the finish of this. And, he's like, thrashing around in the broken glass, and it's so over the top, but having him do that just works so well for a guy who came from, we're taking over your company. You got to be gritty. And then he's like thrashing around in this glass, doing the big motions and tap. Oh, I thought it was so much fun. It was so entertaining.
The only thing, and I thought they were going to do this, the only thing I wish they would have done at the end after
have him drink his own pee.
No.
Oh.
Was get some reactions from the Death Riders. We got a little bit when he starts to get up, Mox, and he's kind of stumbling around. You see Garcia look at him like this. Mm-hmm. It's so brief.
Yeah.
To at least get some reactions from the other Death Riders. This is the second time now in a pretty short period where he's tapped out. And this one cost them the match,
Yeah.
To get some reaction from the Death Riders. To tease what's next. At a certain point, this has all got to come to a head.
They better not.
It's going to.
They better not turn on him.
They
don't jump out. This guy, he's great. This iteration of Death Riders is my favorite. They don't need to end it right now. Wait a year.
Did Pac put on another 5 pounds of muscle in the last couple of weeks?
I think Pac found a way to make another pack and then combine both packs.
He is enormous.
The shot of him towards the end where the camera was down low was so epic. Oh my God.
He is so huge, but like he can still move really well,
Yeah.
He's still really fluid and his feet are still really fast. Like it's crazy that someone could be 200 and something pounds of just literally pure muscle.
Yeah. I think his muscle, it's
It's all that fast.
What do they say? Like
fibers.
People are like 70% water or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 70% muscle and maybe 20% water.
Yeah,
if that.
Less than 5% body fat. That's for sure.
Yeah, his organs compose. He's probably got some really dense bone as well too.
Yeah,
his bone's probably thick. But fuck, this guy is so much muscle.
Yeah, he's enormous. Absolutely.
That's why I say he's like 200% human. He's got like 100% more human in him.
Could be.
Jesus.
Could be. I thought the women's Blood and Guts match was fun too, where
that was great.
The heel team is holding up Tony while Marina has Mina trapped, and Megan is hitting her with one of Mercedes' titles just over and over and over until Tony surrenders for her team to spare Mina any more punishment.
Mm-hmm.
You got, with that story beat in mind, does that make Tony and Mina even more so the favorites to win those tag titles?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, so they're going to win this thing. That now that makes all the sense in the world. They did totally telegraph who's going to win the tag title. At this point, if they don't win the tag titles, it'd be kind of like, well, why the hell they go through all that at Blood and Guts?
Yeah.
It's a natural story progression, but an incredibly well executed one. Obviously pending the results of the tag stuff.
Yeah.
But this adds so much more dimension to the women's tag tournament. And the emotional stakes involved. because Tony being forced to, she's being held and she had to watch, and she was the one. Because she was the one who actually gave up,
surrendered,
right?
Yeah,
she surrendered, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was wonderful, and it was a great showing for Marina. Just a terrific showing for her. Stomping her feet in the glass and then kicking people with it. Oh boy, that was really terrific stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good creative stuff especially in the women's blood and guts match. We also had a really fun Falls Count Anywhere. Sorry, I almost had no holds barred. Falls Count Anywhere match between Hangman Adam Page and Powerhouse Hobbs.
This episode of Dynamite, it went over by, was it
35 minutes or so?
I kind of feel like they should have just done the 2 blood and guts matches. I don't think that the Hobbs Hangman thing, I think that kind of got lost in the shuffle a bit. And definitely the FTR thing. I was like, this does not need to be here.
Yeah, the FTR thing didn't need to be there.
So, I kind of feel like, you don't need the Hangman Hobbs thing.
I get the idea of, and granted, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match that went all over the place, so it's not like it really was an opportunity for the audience to catch their breath, but, you have something like the women's match was super violent. There's blood everywhere. All right, give the audience a chance to kind of settle down from that before we amp them back up again with another really violent, bloody match. I get it. If you have the 2 violent, bloody matches back to back, by the time the second one's halfway through, there could be a little bit of violent, bloody match fatigue going on.
Yeah, but given the way War Games builds, and it's like, they had the Falls Count Anywhere match. They had the thing that still carries that level of, or in theory, has that level of violence. So granted, it's not blood, but. And I get it too. It we're only a week away or whatever, a little less than a week away from this weekend. It'll be a week away from Full Gear.
Yeah, the 20th.
And you got to motivate the. You got really red over there.
I got red?
Yeah, for a second. Like the lighting looked really red on you for a moment. That was weird.
Strange.
But you got Full Gear coming up, and they wanted to motivate the steel cage aspect of it. And I think that's cool and everything, but still, at this point, they have to do like a year run of steel, like both between AEW and WWE, steel cage matches that actually the steel cage accomplishes what they think it's going to accomplish. Oh, it's just going to be me and you in there.
Well, I mean, that wasn't necessarily, commentary hammered this point home more than Hangman did, where the cage isn't necessarily there to keep people from interfering. I think it was Excalibur said, like, when Hangman gets in the cage, like, a switch flips.
Yeah.
Like, he's super violent at that point. And they're referring, of course, to his match against Swerve.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Where he busted out a syringe,
Yeah.
So if that's the idea, it's less, we got to keep the ops. Because Hangman has backup. He's got Hook and he's got Eddie, so that's enough to, at least in theory, kind of somewhat neutralize. Well, especially now that Hobbs took that spill. They could use that to write him off. At least Full Gear. I don't think it's a numbers thing. I think it's a situation where they needed to, after the last match or basic match where Hangman won pretty emphatically, to up the stakes, some sort of stipulation deal. Because otherwise, like, all right, we're going to get a carbon copy of what happened last time.
Yeah.
Just another basic singles match where Hangman wins. Give us something different.
Yeah.
And of course, you remember where Joe had he had a pretty infamous cage match of his own, I believe, against Jay Briscoe. I think it was Jay Briscoe.
Back in the day.
Yeah, years ago, where Jay's blood's all coagulating.
Oh yeah.
That was gnarly.
Yeah, that is gnarly.
So,
but yeah, I don't know. If it was me, I'd just do the 2 blood and guts things.
No, I get that. If you want to streamline it, I get it. I understand the idea of putting a match in between to kind of give the crowd kind of a breather. I get it.
Yeah.
And the Falls Count Anywhere match was pretty entertaining, and that spot at the end was pretty nuts. So
yeah, it was cool.
So let's just jump right into it. Show opened up with the women's blood and guts match. Sky Blue, Willow start, and Sky Blue gets busted open within that first 5-minute interval.
Yeah,
So
she was bleeding buckets.
all over the place.
She was
all
bleeding
over
a
the
lot.
place.
Yeah.
So the order of entrance are as follows. So after Sky and Willow, then we get Julia Hart. It's good. We got to hear that theme. Best theme in wrestling. Julia Hart's. Harley Cameron. Then Tekla. then Jamie Hayter, then Megan Bayne, Statlander. She gets busted open during the match too.
I like Stat came out like with her title on.
Yeah,
She
and
just
like started
enters the
fighting
match
people with the title
it.
on. Then Mercedes. So when, they had a table set up ringside with all of Mercedes' titles on them.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately Mercedes goes after Statlander, and then she goes out and starts grabbing titles from that table, throwing them in the ring so everybody on her team has one of the titles they can use as a weapon. I thought that was pretty clever.
I thought that was very clever, I know, but it's also kind of like a big dog move. It's like, here, this is one of my titles. You can use this and also understand that you don't have it.
Yeah. So then Mina was next, and then Marina Shafir, and pretty quickly she gets a bed of nails, and her and Statlander are kind of jockeying for position. Marina kicks Statlander onto it, and then Marina takes off her shoes and socks and gets in the cage. This will be important later. So then Toni Storm is the last to enter, and she walks the ring carrying a fistful of pearl necklaces, and she grabs the bucket and the bottle of champagne from the table that Mercedes had all her titles on. She gets in the ring. Match officially begins. So at one point, Toni does the thing where she wraps tape around her fist, but backwards, breaks the bottle of champagne in the bucket, and does the kickboxer thing. Movie kickboxer, where she puts her fists in the bucket of broken glass, and so her hands are covered with it. So she punches Marina, she punches Megan Bayne. Mercedes hits Toni with a moneymaker, follows with a backstabber on Statlander, and then Harley produces the Monet puppet. So Mercedes takes that from her and throws it, but underneath the puppet, Harley has some brass knuckles. So she punches Monet, and then Julia drops Harley with a trip later on. Julia and Tekla escape the cage through, this is pretty clever too, so they had, like holes in the trusses that were kind of supporting the cage up. So they crawled through those holes. And Julia is like, hey, ref, give me the key. And ref says, no. And so Tekla spears the ref. Julia takes the key, unlocks the cage. And then Mercedes is just like chucking everybody out. She chucks out Statlander. She chucks out Harley and Jamie. Tekla hits Harley and Jamie with a double spear. So Mercedes starts climbing up one of the trusses. Statlander follows. And then Statlander puts Mercedes through that table where all the belts were, off like halfway up the truss with a Samoan drop. And then Julia Hart gets back in the cage again. So now it's just Willow, it's Mina, and Toni up against Marina, Julia, Tekla, Sky Blue, and Megan Bayne.
Yeah.
So Toni dumps a bunch of broken glass on the mat. Her and Mina DDT, I think Megan onto it. I could be wrong about that. So then Toni gets a mirror. Oh, it's Marina. And places it against Marina because she's in the corner. Looks for a hip attack. Marina then chucks the mirror at her, so the mirror shatters into a bunch of pieces. So Willow hits Megan with a superplex off the truss between the two rings. So they're kind of taken out of the match there. Mina hammers Megan's leg with a bat, locks on a bat-assisted figure four, and then that's when Marina stomps on all the broken glass on the mat with her bare feet, and then stomps on Mina to break it up. And then that's when the Triangle of Madness hold up Toni as Marina has Mina in a submission move, and then Megan starts blasting Mina with the title.
Yeah.
So then Toni surrenders to save Mina. She starts hammering away at Marina to kind of break the hold, but then the Triangle of Madness just, attack Toni and then pose the crowd to celebrate their win.
Yep. Yeah. Real strong match.
Yeah, the main event was a men's blood and guts match. Darby and Wheeler started. Order of entrance. We had Orange Cassidy, and then Daniel Garcia. It was supposed to be Mark Briscoe, but he doesn't, come out with his entrance. So they go backstage. Renee's back there trying to figure out why he didn't make his entrance. So she goes into the locker room with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong and find him all laid out.
Yeah.
And Roddy's like, I'll take a spot.
I'll just go.
So he's next. Claudio's after him, then Kyle O'Reilly, then Mox. So he comes to the ring with his fork and starts stabbing everybody.
Yes, but Kyle O'Reilly got it bad.
Oh, he was bleeding a ton.
He was bleeding buckets.
So then he brings in the bucket of broken stuff from the women's blood and guts match. He brings that in the ring. There's like a shard of mirror, some more broken glasses, all sorts of stuff. And then backstage, Renee says, medical's tended to Mark Briscoe. He's out of the match because he was attacked by the Callis family. So then Pac's the next one in, supposedly the last one in. And he makes his entrance right after Darby does the coffin drop from the top, from the underside of the roof of the cage. So during the match, at some point, Yuta gets the key from the ref, and I guess to make sure the door stays locked, because Death Riders have a 5-on-4 advantage. Eventually, Mark Briscoe stumbles out with a chair, a toolbox, and some bolt cutters. He cuts open the chain, keeping the door shut, gets in. We see a Briscoe putting Garcia through a table set up ringside. He climbs to the top of the cage. Him and Yuta brawl up there quite a bit. Mark hits a J Driller at one point. And then eventually Gabriel Kidd shows up ringside and tases Darby and then drags him up the ramp. So Orange does the hands in the pocket thing right as Mox has a staple gun. He staples Orange's pants to his hands so he can't get his hands out.
So ridiculous.
It is, but it's pretty clever. So then Pac climbs to the top of one of the entrance tunnels. And then Darby's got his belt around his neck, and Pac yanks him up to the top of the entrance tunnel with that. They're up there trading shots, and while that's happening, Kidd is pouring lighter fluid on a couple of tables set up near the entrance. So he lights it, and Pac just seemingly effortlessly press slams Darby off the top of the entrance tunnel and through those fire tables below.
Yeah, that was a gnarly spot. Not even for the fire, to be honest with you, is the fall. You know,
Yeah, that's a rough fall.
It's a rough, like the tables just sort of do. There's not a lot of give there. It's just
no.
And
they don't break the fall a whole lot.
And he was on fire for like maybe a second and a half, 2 seconds or something like that.
They got the right lighter fluid for that spot.
They did. That's good to see.
So Mox then is locking on a bulldog choke on Kyle O'Reilly, and then wraps a chain around his face. And then rather than submit, Kyle flips him off. So Mox releases the hold. Claudio puts the chair around Kyle's neck, getting ready to stomp on it, when Orange, still with his hands in his pocket, rolls in his way, very dramatically yanks his hands out of his pockets. And then he and Roderick take out Mox and Claudio, while Briscoe suplexes Pac through a table set up ringside. So Orange is looking for an orange punch on Mox. Claudio intercepts him, hits Roddy with a boot, looking for a pop-up uppercut on Orange, but in midair, Orange hits the orange punch. So Orange is looking for an orange punch on Mox, or does hit one on Mox, and then Kyle O'Reilly locks on the ankle lock, and Mox is there just about to tap. He reverses it into a bulldog. Kyle escapes into a cross arm breaker, then transitions into the ankle lock, and he's mentioned Mox is flailing around all over the place, just like swimming in broken glass, and eventually taps.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that finish. I thought it was really good.
It was really good. It was really good. We had Page and Hobbs falls count anywhere. Hangman has the FPOS rib tape coming into this match. After that fall he took on Dynamite last week, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hangman, yeah.
Yeah, is that what I said?
I think you said Hobbs.
Sorry, Hangman had the rib tape. So at one point, they're up on the vomitorium, and Hobbs is looking for a world's most dangerous slam off there. Well, Page escapes and hammers Hobbs with a bunch of clotheslines. Hits him with a boot, but not like a kick. He takes his boot off, runs down the aisle, and hits him with his boot. And that sends Hobbs off the vomitorium onto a table with a bunch of electrical stuff, so we had all the sparks and stuff. And then Page just walks down the stairs and covers Hobbs to get the win. So Page walks back to the ringside area where he's attacked by Shibata. Joe slides in the ring with a chair. Shibata rolls Page into the ring, and Joe blasts him with it, and Joe's like, hey, bring the cage down. So the truck just obliges while they're hitting Hangman with punches. So then Eddie and Hook run to make the save as the cage is lowering and the ops take their leave, and that's when Page gets the mic and says, if you wanted me inside a cage, Joe, all you had to do was ask, you dumbass. It says, at Full Gear, you can leave Shibata at home and Hobbs in the hospital because it's you and me in a cage match.
Yep, that'll be a good one.
Yep. So then we had a bit back in the parking lot where the Callis family is attacking Jurassic Express. And then Okada and the Young Bucks walk out of his trailer. Mm-hmm. So Josh Alexander's there. He tells Perry, hey, you've just been sent a message. Don't mess with the Callis family. So then Don Callis steps in and says, Kenny's going to be on Dynamite next week, so how about the Young Bucks, send Kenny a message and join the family. So he leaves. And Okada does this. He just points at his wrist. Says, it's decision time. And he walks off.
So what do you think the decision's going to be?
The Young Bucks are not joining the Callis family. They're actually going to help Kenny fend off the Callis family when they try to attack him.
I think you're probably right about that.
Yep.
And then, so Tony Schiavone's in the ring. He introduces Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat starts talking about somebody's got a sign. It's got the Mount Rushmore of Greensboro. It's got Flair, him, Dusty,
Sting.
and Sting. That's right. Anyways, FTR comes out. There's a lot of talking that takes place.
Yeah.
They're about to hit their finish on Ricky, and then Bro Dito comes out to make the save.
Yep. That was it.
And that
was Dynamite.
Blood and Guts Dynamite.
Question time, I guess. Yeah.
It's question time.
All right. This one's from Burrito Barra. Says, who are the GOATs, the MVPs, if you will, of the women's and men's Blood and Guts match?
Oh, Sky Blue. She was bleeding buckets.
Yeah.
Buckets.
Yeah, I'd say Sky and... I mean, Burrito Barra here says Sky and Kyle O'Reilly. And those
Oh,
are
yeah,
really
Kyle
good
O'Reilly
picks.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Kyle got the win for
Yeah, Yuta got his ass whooped too, though. Yuta
Yeah, he
did really
did.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. Luis asks, what's the worst documentary you've ever seen?
The worst documentary I've ever seen?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm very selective when it comes to like the documentaries that I watch.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I have to make sure so many documentaries are kind of like, and I know they don't intend to be. A lot of documentaries are really great in that they are, their goal is to educate and, you know, bring attention to situations that are less than ideal, but they just sort of make me upset. So like, I just don't watch a lot of documentaries. I'm like, this is going to make me mad that something's annoying happening in the world.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of like, I don't know, a documentary, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is crap. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen one like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of one where I watched, because I'm the same way. If I'm pretty selective in terms of what I'll watch, and I can't think of one where.
Okay, so yeah, what was that? The book that Oliver Stone wrote about America? It was like the history of America. It was like the Untold or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So they adapted that into a series. I think narrated by him.
Yeah, I think so.
But like, I don't know. So much of it is I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, where did he get this from? Like, I don't know. That's the problem with it, is that I'm sure that there is so much shady shit that really isn't really discussed in like a proper way, or like, you know, a proper historical way or whatever, you know, but so much of that series just felt tabloidy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, okay, where are you getting this from? What can I trust and what can't I trust?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this backroom deal that was happening? Is that real? Like, really? So like, maybe that, like, it got to the point where I was like, it's just him talking with B-roll playing.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not really even talking to a ton of like, you know, on-screen historians or anything. It's just Oliver Stone saying this stuff happened.
Yeah.
So probably that. And for all I know, all of it's true. But like, it's just him talking.
Yeah. Let's see here. We had a good one up here. Oh, Phantom Driver asked, what two bands of any era would you have face each other in a blood and guts match?
Oh, it's Oasis and Blur.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's the big rivalry band.
Yeah.
I feel like Oasis would probably win that.
Probably.
You know. Unless they turned on each other first. I guess that would be the only.
That would be yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to think of any other famous, like, musical rivalries to that extent.
Who would win between Pavement and Smashing Pumpkins?
Oh, probably Pavement. Yeah.
I don't know if either band has like, you think Jimmy Chamberlain could throw?
I have no idea.
He might be able to throw hands. He's
Billy
like a bigger
Corgan
dude,
is
I
super
think.
tall. Well, I think
They'd be like
Steve
the Twin
Malkmus
Towers.
is pretty tall too.
Okay, yeah. What do you think? Who?
I think Malkmus is tall too.
Okay.
But I think Corgan's like 6'4" or something like that.
You think Pavement would win that match though?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, Corgan's so into wrestling. I think I might have Smashing Pumpkins on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see here.
What about this? I was gonna say like '90s kind of one-hit wonder rap bands, like In Too Deep versus
What, PM Dawn?
In Too Deep would be PM Dawn. What about Skee-Lo versus Snow? That's actually a good one. I don't know who would win that.
I don't know either.
Because Skee-Lo's kind of like, this is his most popular song, I Wish. He was kind of a loser. Snow clearly was a loser, but he fronted as if he was a badass.
Yeah. I'd probably give the edge to Skee-Lo because he's honest with himself.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. The irony there,
Yeah.
Informa. Plus, was Snow saying he was the informer? I don't know what the lyrics were, but if he's a snitch, that's not going to play out good.
Miko here says, similar to Fine Speech or 2-for-1 Special, if we were wrestlers, what would be your signature line during a promo?
What a great question.
Not going to happen. That'd be mine. I haven't said it forever, but for a while that was my thing, I guess.
Yeah. Mine would be, I'm going to be honest. Like, they would say whatever they want to say, and then, like, the crowd would be all anticipating, and I'll be like, I'm going to be honest with you. And they'd be like, oh, he said it. He's going to keep it real now.
Yep. Andrew here says, is it a crazy claim to say that The Miz should win the Intercontinental title off of Cena to prove he's the greatest Intercontinental title holder?
That's a crazy claim?
Asking if it is, yeah.
Oh. No, in fact, I'll be honest with you.
There's no chance it's going to happen.
I feel like now that we've talked about it so much, anybody in the tournament that isn't Gunther would be my preference.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be the thing that was reported, man.
Yeah.
And he's so obvious.
Yeah, I know.
Do something interesting, WWE. Do something more interesting. Be new.
Be new.
Javon Evans.
Yeah, Javon would be great.
Have Leon Slater help him out.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier, and I apologize, I don't have their name in front of me, what we think about Obafemi coming back to NXT.
Oh, that's right. That happened last night.
Production-wise, they did a really cool thing. The very last, they didn't actually show him on the show. Like his music plays, and you see his silhouette.
Oh, that's good.
And then it cuts to Ricky Saints, and the way they filmed it, you see the shadow of Obafemi over a bloody Ricky Saints.
Oh, that's good.
It was a badass production move.
That's good. That's good.
And in otherwise,
did you watch the whole thing?
People probably loved it. But like, man, I watched it. Did I watch the whole thing? I don't think I watched the whole thing. I watched at least the first hour. But yeah, I couldn't get into a lot of NXT. I tried. I gave it an honest try, but you start off with like 18 minutes of the calling out there. I like Tatum Paxley. I think she's cool and everything, but it was a lot.
SJ Collects here asks, what band would you consider the spectrum of grunge, the most grunge you can get band, and the band that is the most borderline but still considered? In all honesty, the borderline band that's still considered grunge is actually Pearl Jam. If you listen to their music and had no concept of the idea or of what grunge music could or should or is, in a lot of respects, Pearl Jam does not fall into that category.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to read your entire paper or watch your entire video because I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
The most grunge band is Mudhoney.
I don't even know. I've been listening to him a lot lately, and I don't even know if that. I don't even think that. I think the most grunge band is Alice in Chains. I think the one that fits what you just said was Soundgarden. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. In my mind, I know this is more their current output than the early stuff, but mid-tempo dad rock doesn't scream grunge to me.
Yeah, but I mean that's they've produced that in the
last 20 years.
Yeah, in the post grunge era. Like they haven't been grunge since grunge hasn't been a thing. But if you're only talking about like the first 4 albums of each of the bands,
yeah,
I think Pearl Jam is like one of the most grunge bands there is. If you're only talking about that.
Do you want a power ranks burger essentials, Steve?
Yeah, of course.
6. There's 6 options here.
Gee whiz. Trying to find an empty spot here in my little notebook.
Well, you need some more paper, eh?
Seemingly. 6 burger essentials.
Essentials.
All right. Let's see if people start figuring out the real, because here's the thing. Is cheese going to be on this or not? That should be the question I'm immediately asking myself. But if they put cheese at like number 1, it's like, okay, you've already ruined your own attempt to motherfuck me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
That is the point of blind power rank.
Look, the point of blind power rank is to motherfuck the person.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm going to go in order what B-Man has here. I'm not going to change
Pat
anything.
Sparks? I think Pat Sparks will get this.
First one, bun. How important is bun to burger? Is it even a hamburger without bun?
Right? Is this fool going to put patty in here?
It is burger essentials.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not a burger unless there's a patty and a bun. But, like, the patty, I think, is the most important thing. He's got to have patty in her. Bun's number 2.
All right. Number 2, burger.
That's such a fucking clown. I love
this might be his order of importance. I don't know, for all I know.
Brother, I wish we brought Matt Chat back just for this.
I know.
Just to hear Patrick Sparks give us the rundown of burger essentials. Yeah, God. I never knew I needed that in my life.
Actually, in hindsight, I should have started from the bottom and gone backwards.
Patty is number 1, of course.
Yeah, you don't have a burger on there. It's no hamburger. All right, I'm going to switch things up a little bit to make this more fun.
Yeah, go ahead. I've nailed the first 2.
Yeah. Next up, lettuce.
Oh, lettuce. I would put lettuce at... Here's the thing. Given that he's already said burger and bun, I know cheese is going to be here. So, like, that's number 3 for me. Number 4 is going to be tomato. 5 is lettuce.
All right.
I don't know what he's going to have for sale. Probably like a condiment or something.
That is next, condiments. Let me ask you something. Would you eat a burger that's bun, burger, cheese, and tomato with nothing on it?
I mean,
no ketchup, no mustard, no aioli, no barbecue sauce. Yeah.
Would I? Sure. Yeah. I mean, there are factors involved. How hungry am I? Am I a guest at a home somewhere, like at a barbecue or something? What's the scenario?
Well, let me ask you this: would you be more inclined to eat a burger with no condiments and cheese, or no cheese and condiments?
Oh, cheese and no condiments. Yeah,
that seems awfully dry.
If it's a good juicy burger, like the juice is good for me. Oh, well, dude, of course you're gonna make that face. You can't eat cheese. Your stomach explodes. What was it? Condiments?
Condiments.
Number 4, condiments.
Ah, you already ruined it. Condiments should be 3.
Oh, I mean, of course you're gonna say
Tomato.
that. Tomatoes number 6.
And then cheese. Yeah, cheese. Yeah, cheese 3rd. It's like
Cheese is 3rd, of course.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, juicy cheeseburger. Yeah, I mean, are condiments great? Yeah, condiments are great. But like, if you got a good juicy cheeseburger, you shouldn't need mayo. All right, man. Joe the meme maker took my suggestion. Therefore, he gets his blind power rank. For you, Larson, are you ready to blind rank pie?
Oh yeah, how many?
8. He even says, as I'm counting, I look up and he says, there's 8.
Thank you for including how many so we don't have to count. All right, first pie.
All right. I'm going to play along here. 7, 8. Okay. Number 1, cherry.
I really don't care for cherry pie that much, honestly.
Okay.
I'm going to put cherry pie at 6.
I'm with you on that, buddy. I'm not a huge on cherry either. Next. Meat.
Meat pie?
Meat pie.
Like a chicken pot pie?
I mean, there's more than meat in that.
Oh, like a hand pie that's just meat? Like kind of like a giant empanada?
I think so.
Oh,
That's
those are
sort of
so
where I
good.
took it. They are good.
Those are really good. Gosh, that's tempting to put at 1 because if those are done right, gosh darn, those are delicious.
I'm sad he didn't. Jeff used to make a killer cheeseburger pie. God
Yeah.
damn, it's so good.
I remember I saw that in the fridge before. I couldn't partake.
I
'cause it
could eat
ruined
an
me.
entire one of those.
Gosh. Well, since it's kind of vague in terms of exactly how this meat pie is put together, I
Yeah.
can't put it 1, but I think I could put meat pie 3. Because if it's like what I'm envisioning, it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Meat. Okay,
Next.
this next one. I'm assuming he means the kind that, for example, Tony Storm got hit with. But he puts cream pie here. And then he does say, oh, man. So I think he means a literal, like, cream
Yeah.
pie. Like maybe like a custard, maybe?
Yeah. That by
Maybe?
itself is... I'm going to put that at 7. I mean, if you're talking specifically like banana cream pie, then maybe. 'Cause banana cream pie is
I
really
mean, that's not on here, so I guess
Yeah.
you could, yeah, maybe. Next up, blueberry pie.
Likewise, I'm not huge on berry pies.
Yeah.
Unless it's fresh strawberry pie, which is awesome.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to put blueberry pie at 5.
5. Surprised you haven't dumped one of these at 8 yet.
I'm expecting some sort of random thing that...
Next up, lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue's pretty good. I'm going to put that at 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed one, but it's kind of whatever. Key lime.
I kind of like key lime.
Do you like it more than lemon meringue?
Maybe.
Really? Oh, I love lemon meringue. I don't even know what that fucking shit is on it, but goddamn, it's so
Or
good.
like kind of lemon curd.
Whatever the top layer is,
Oh, that's the meringue.
that's the meringue. What's
It's-
the
it's
yellow
whipped.
stuff then?
That's the lemon curd.
That's the lemon. Okay,
So
the
meringue
lemon
is
and
just
the
like
meringue.
whipped egg whites.
Yeah, it's so good.
So it's really light, and you bake it.
Again, you learned something new today.
I guess key lime would be at 8. No. I mean, there's 3 left.
Yeah, you got 1, 2, and 8 left, man.
I really should have put cherry at 8. I don't
You
like
should have ran to the bottom.
Yeah, I'll put key lime at 8.
All right. So at either number 2 or 1, you've got rhubarb.
Guess 2.
Can you guess what number 1 is?
Pumpkin.
Apple pie.
Ah, okay, that's fine.
Apple's a great number 1.
Apple's a really good number.
Apple would have been my number 1 on this list.
Yeah, either apple or pumpkin would be number 1 for me.
Uh,
Yeah, I should put cherry at 8. I don't like cherry pie at all.
How's this for a question? Angel Zero says, what is to a wrestling match what cheese is to pizza toppings? You and I will probably have very different answers to this
What
question.
is... All right, so it'd be something that upsets me.
Or something I find essential.
Yeah.
Yeah. something that you would be fine doing without. Maybe that other people would be like, really?
Not just fine being without.
Well, you can't have it.
Yeah,
You
do not
need
want
it to be out of the match. But other people would be like, really? That seems essential to me. What a great question this is. Because
That's a
of
tough one.
your, the intolerance issue.
Like, the one thing I could think of is you have much more of a stomach for bad wrestling than I do. Like, if you find it hilariously bad,
Yeah.
then that's not too far behind like quality wrestling for you in terms of
I don't
entertainment
know if
factor.
there. I see that's the challenge. I don't know if there's going to be a situation where you and I where we can fit whatever this is into both of our categories.
Exactly.
Because for me, cheese is essential for pizza. If I show up to your house and you're like, "Hey, Steve, you try this cheeseless pizza," I'm gonna be like, "It's just bread and toppings." That doesn't make any sense to me. So for wrestling, cheese to me, it's like opponents. It's like, okay, well, you have to have somebody in the ring. Or like wrestling moves. But wrestling moves are like toppings. So I just actually need like opponents.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a thing then.
Maybe opponents are the crust. If we're trying to do
The crust,
this.
I think, would be the story of the match because that's what's holding it all together.
Yeah, but
That's
okay,
the base on which
but,
you start.
Okay, here's the thing though. I think the structure of it, two people at the basics, two people fighting, that's going to be that's the foundation of it. It's
But
the
why
ring
and
and two
how they
people
approach
fighting.
their fight is the story, and that's really what the match is about.
But here's the thing. You could do a match without the story.
Could. But
You could.
well, here's the thing. Even if there's a match you're going into it with no story, in pro wrestling, there generally is a story being told in the match. It could be as simple as, "Oh, I'm working your arm."
Yeah, but you can do one without it. I think it's essential. I don't want it without a story. But you can do one where two guys are just fighting and they're not actually telling. It's like, okay, they're just trading moves. Yeah, there's always a story because like, oh, one guy gets the better of the other. But if it's just two people trading moves until somebody hits a finisher, I guess that's kind of a cheeseless pizza right there.
Maybe.
So I'm going to say the story is the cheese. Like in your estimation, you can have a pizza without cheese.
But if the story is the cheese, then I feel like storytelling is inherent to pro wrestling, so it's hard to remove that. Even if the match is trading moves, there's something. Someone's got to overcome something. There's something going on there.
I want to find that out. We're going to ask AD. Maybe, can we have like a cheeseless match in Action Coast? Just trade moves until somebody hits a finisher and see if you can tell a match without a story.
Yeah.
That's weird.
All right, to celebrate us, we're going to have one more blind power rank for you, Steve.
Awesome.
Celebrate these great going in Raw moments. You got 6 of them.
All right.
Thank you, Greg Morris, for numbering each entry. 5 of them. Sorry, 5.
Am I going to
5.
remember most of these?
Yes.
Okay.
You remember all of them.
Because I don't know if I can remember 6 great going in raw memories.
You'll remember these 5 moments. Sorry, it's 5. I miscounted.
It's 5? Wait a second. Did he say it was 5?
They're literally numbered, but I kind of just looked in passing and thought the 5 was a 6.
At least he numbered it. All right.
The first one here, I mean, technically this is an Unsolved Mysteries moment, not by the definition a going in Raw moment because I wasn't part of it. Not to mean it wasn't a great moment because it was. The mystery meat sandwiches and Unsolved Mysteries.
All right, so 2 things to consider. Number 1, this might be the hardest I've ever laughed. Boy, I laughed so hard at "Is this my guy?" though. But like you say, this was a Steven Enforcer moment, not a going in Raw moment because you were not there. You are like cheese, ironically, because without Larson, there is no going in Raw. I'm going to put this at number 4 because there had to have been a crap moment in here, you would think. So sad sandwich is number 4.
All right. Next one, you just mentioned it. Is that my guy?
Okay. So the only thing that could eclipse this moment in going in Raw history would be Enforcer winning predictions for WrestleMania. I'm gonna assume that's on here. I'll put this at number 2. Is this my guy?
All right. Next up, Purple Phone Gate.
Number 1. Purple Phone Gate.
All right.
Yeah, then Enforcer's got to be bumped down to number 3 winning predictions. That's number 1.
Phantom Pizza.
Oh, I don't know if there's a worse moment in going in Raw lore than that. We were in the office during a pay-per-view. We ordered a pizza, succulent pizza.
It smelled great when you'd smell pizza in the hallway, yet there was no pizza.
So we're like, this person should be here by now. We go out to the hallway. There's nobody there but the smell is there.
And we're the only ones in the building.
Yeah, boy. That was wild.
That was.
I need to dig up the watch along from that and try to clip it.
So where are you putting that?
5. Are you kidding me? Didn't get cheese, no toppings, no nothing.
No pizza. And then, yes, I changed the order a little bit to make this more fun because third one was Enforcer winning Mania 39 predictions.
I mean, that should be number 1. But, given who I am, my MO, and the lore of that.
That might be Steve's greatest moment going in Raw history.
Here's the thing. Enforcer winning predictions was a wonderful feel-good moment. But it came at the expense of me not winning predictions. And Purple Phone Gate was a huge win for me. And it was a wonderful moment for the Friendos to see, true tension and drama and conflict in a way that was completely harmless to everybody and anybody involved.
I remember correctly, you cost a lot of people a lot of channel points.
Which are not actually worth anything. But to go, number 1, is a great lesson for them to learn in terms of gambling. Yeah, there's a lot to have been learned there, and I'm glad to have brought that lesson to people. But more than anything, that was the ultimate motherfuck moment. And that's what I take away from that. It felt so good.
You seem like you're pretty pleased with yourself.
It's still maybe my crowning achievement in life. Yeah. So, anyways, that's going to do it. Is this my guy? Boy, I laughed so hard. Oh, I laughed so hard. Oh my God, I laughed so. I'm going to go back and watch this now.
It was great.
I laughed so hard. Again, at Enforcer's misery. Because he was stuck with heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
Is this my guy? He was just wanting to hear one of us say, no. This guy was advertised.
You know what? I remember the other day. I think we have the Enforcer to thank for teaching us that.
Really?
I think he's the one. Because we didn't watch Impact or TNA. And so I think the first time Motor City Machine Guns was mentioned or something, he did that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I believe so.
Boy, I miss him so much.
I do too.
Anyways, that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.